Hey friends, we know AI tools are here to stay, but they're not the silver bullet that many social gurus are proclaiming. They're going to form a cornerstone of how we work over the next decade, no doubt. This means your L&D strategy in some part needs to serve this, but let me make one thing clear immediately. Your L&D strategy should not center on AI alone. It's a spoke in the wheel of your strategy. On the screen here, I've got a lovely image that I call my 5-step Make Me AI Confident Blueprint, which you can use as part of a upskilling program to help you bring your workforce and even yourself from AI curious to AI confident. Let's break down each of these sections, why they're important, and some of the activities that you can do. The first one is getting clear on the fundamentals. My honest belief is you shouldn't use any tech without a basic knowledge of how it works. Access to this information for generative AI is everywhere, but always look credible. So a little education can go a long way because the more you know, the more you can maximize these in your work. All of this starts with you. From an L&D perspective, you cannot be a strategic partner on this technology in your organization over the next 5-10 years if you don't have foundational know-how in the area. I'm not asking you to become an AI engineer here, just focusing on the basics. Wherever you're viewing this video, you can get links to this in the description with a bunch of resources to help you. The second one is looking at how do we build our AI behaviors? And you might be thinking, that's a bit weird. What do you mean by building AI behaviors? I believe the single most overlooked question is not how we use AI tools, but why should we? Because we have to remember they are just a tool in a wider tool bag. This is what I look at as the classic case of putting the cart before the horse, if you know that analogy. Basically, everyone gets excited about tools, but they never ask why they need them. What's important to do is to have clear intentions and use cases. We have to help each other think beyond tools. We need to work on this behavioral side of why, when, and how you should work with AI tools. If you build an intelligent framework to collaborate with AI, that's far better than learning how to use tools alone. I would call this a meta skill. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it needs human input. There are two unique human skills that I think are imperative to use with AI. They are critical thinking and analytical judgment. And they both happen to be 2 of the 5 skills that I actually identified in an ongoing skill series I have for the future of work. Again, links in the description below. Our third piece of the puzzle is to lead with intelligent use cases, stuff that actually makes a difference, that enhances and not hinders what you're doing. Because we have to be honest, a lot of the use cases with generative AI that we see pushed on social media are gimmicks. AI generated videos and images of yourself are no use. That's why we should always be clear on what problems we're trying to solve, because AI is not the right tool for every job. We have to always be focusing on defining the problems, the tasks within those problems, because you don't want to fall for the tool before use case trap. Here's a little exercise to help you uncover where AI collaboration could help. To start, either open a notebook if you're old school like me, or open a Google Doc and then write down the 10 top tasks you do weekly. For each of those tasks, now that you've kind of gone through the fundamentals of how generative AI works, ask yourself, from what I know about current generative AI tools, can any of these help me with the tasks identified in the problem I'm trying to solve? And if they do, go and investigate how and learn how to use these in your work. You should be encouraging this at your own individual level, but definitely at group level as well. Some of my favorite use cases and ways to use AI is using AI as a thought partner, where I can kind of bounce off ideas and create ideas and break down ideas. Language translation as well, which is a big one in the L&D world. Our next point is moving on to tools. Before you even look at tools, make sure you're covering all the bases that we've already spoken about, because social media will tell us thousands of new AI tools are released daily. The truth is 95% of these have nothing to do with AI. They're subpar products. They're riding the hype wave. It's our job to find what's real and what works for you specifically. If I was going to give you a start of 10 recommendation, this would be it. Pick one of the popular conversational tools in ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, or Microsoft Copilot. Just experiment with that tool for 6 weeks. Learn it inside out. Play around with it. Then pick one tool that's specific for your industry and experiment with both of those tools for another 6 to 8 weeks. And if they don't fit, then try others after that. So this is about keeping it minimal. Don't hop from tool to tool. You'll drive yourself insane and you'll never derive any value or benefits out of this technology. Always have one general tool and one industry specific tool. This is a zero cost method of experimentation because most of these tools have free packages for you to take advantage of. Our final component, and really for me, the most important component, is to leverage your human skills. Do not outsource thinking to generative AI, outsource the doing. I am all for a human-powered future with AI, not an AI-first operating system. I don't believe that's the way to go. Over the last year, I analyzed 20 skills reports. Each of those took into account the kind of huge rise of AI and how it's going to influence our modern skills. I don't believe we can talk about skills this year without talking about AI. That's obvious because the way we live and work is affected by this. As I've always said, it's happening whether we like it or not. The real question for us is, how does it impact the skills we need to succeed? From the analysis that I've done, and you can find links to that again in the description, my bet is firmly on doubling down on our human skills. Because of each new report that I sink my brain into, it only solidifies the need to tap into our most human abilities in order to enhance what we do with artificial intelligence. We must be aware of this societal shift with AI, but not consumed by it. Take a look at my 5 skills that matter most for the future of work analysis to learn more. If you want to build a blueprint to reskilling and upskilling yourself or others or using your company, take a shot at this. We have to focus on the fundamentals, building AI behaviors, getting practical use cases, then looking at tools, and finally bringing this all together with utilizing human skills. As always, my friend, I hope that's been helpful, and I will speak to you in the next one.